nice. You got fancy looking.
Sure,
yeah.
We got these from the Manning camp when I went down there 2 years ago. This is probably the most comfiest shirts I got, to be honest.
Just another good reason to be a quarterback.
Have you played a game on the West Coast before? You ever been out there for?
I didn't play that year, but we had a game at Sacramento State. Played Camp Scatabo, actually.
Oh, really?
Fun enough, yeah. But
Okay.
I was hurt that year, so I didn't get to play.
What maybe are some of the challenges going to the West Coast? I mean, I know there's a lot written about traditional Big Ten teams, how they've struggled going across the Rockies, going 2 time zones away. Anything that has to change in your preparation, or the travel out there, your day of preparation when you go out to California?
Yeah, one thing you just got to kind of have to plan a little bit differently on a Friday. It's going to be, I don't remember how long the flight is, but it's going to be a long flight. So just either having some things to do, having some plan, whether that's either watching a movie, getting your mind off football a little bit, but then also having some time to watch some extra film while you're on the plane. But I'm also glad we're playing at 2:40 there, which is 12:40 there, 2:40 here. So it's not like it's a crazy late game or anything like that, and I get to just prepare like it's a normal 2:40 game here when it comes to Saturday.
Is there any type of movie that you gravitate towards in game prep?
Nothing really specific. It's kind of either whatever show I'm watching at the moment. Right now I'm watching Suits, so I've been watching that recently.
How are you feeling health-wise right now after the Oregon game?
That was a very physical game. I was pretty sore coming off the game on Sunday. Just been in the training room, just trying to recover as much as I can. Feel pretty good today, and gonna progress throughout the week, I guess, as well. But that was a super physical game on Saturday.
When you have such a tough loss, do you have to focus on like, hey, we are just one play away here, we're inches away here, or is there like a broader picture that you and Kirk Ferentz look at?
Yeah, I mean, on Sunday, we were kind of looking at. We're 9 points away from being undefeated. And if you look at all the games that we played so far this year, which is really kind of gut wrenching, almost a little bit to hear that. But we kind of ended up taking a look at the film. There's certain plays that you want back, and you just got to be out there and be able to go out there and execute those in future opportunities that you get. And we just got to continue to push forward. We can't dwell on everything that's been happening in the past. Just continue to push forward. We got to improve this week. We have a new opponent coming up on Saturday, so being able to finish out the year strong is going to be the most important thing, and still learn from the past, but not dwell on it where it ends up hurting us in the future.
You haven't lost many games at all in your college career. Do you know the last time you lost 3 games in a season?
I don't think I ever have lost 3. I don't think I've ever lost 3 games in a season, to be honest.
Okay. Is this hard for you? I mean that's kind of a dumb question, but do you know what I mean? Like, is it so, excuse me, something you haven't really experienced before?
Yeah.
Like, how are you dealing with this?
Yeah, no, it's been a little difficult. It's never fun to lose. You never want to lose. You never expect to lose. But again, it's just being able to learn from it, and kind of it adds a new leadership element to me that I have to learn from, and learn how to, I guess, not learn how to lose. I hate when people say that, but learn how to approach the leadership wise after a loss, and knowing how we got to push guys forward and how we got to continue to keep the tempo up at practice, keep the energy going. And I feel like we've done a good job of that this week.
Something I heard from Bo is that Kirk is just good at this, responding to adversity, responding to a loss, keeping the locker room locked in. In your 1 year here, what are some examples of that with Coach Ferentz being so good at that, responding?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say everything that he kind of said in our meeting on Sunday after the game, but I was just really impressed in how positive he was about the outlook of the rest of the season, and how we can kind of approach this week, and how we can just go out there and not have to kind of sit back, but we can go out and attack. We don't have to worry about what has happened before, but we got to continue to attack this week, have a positive mindset going into it, and just keep pushing forward. And it was kind of good to hear about his confidence in us as a team after the loss on Saturday.
You got a teammate who doesn't get an opportunity to play in front of his family very often, and TJ getting to go to California. What's it like when you get an opportunity to see your teammates have a little bit of a homecoming of sorts?
It's really cool. I mean, especially when, obviously this year I haven't, but I've had games in the past playing back in Illinois, and it's always a really cool feeling. It's cool to have a bunch of family members. I know he's been asking everybody for tickets this week, but it's always a cool opportunity because they get to show out for their family and all the people that aren't able to make it out for all the other games.
Are you able to give him tickets, or is your family going out there to California?
I got my family coming out there. I have a cousin that lives there as well, and I need some extra tickets as well this week. It's gonna be. I'm looking forward to the game. It's gonna be a fun atmosphere. It's gonna be a cool stadium to play in as well.
Have you played in California before when you were at South Dakota?
Yeah, I didn't play there specifically because I was hurt that year, but we played Sacramento State with Cam Scatabo that one year.
Oh, okay.
There.
Yeah.
What kind of challenges have you seen from USC's defense just from watching film here this week?
Yeah, they got a lot of guys that are fast. They move really well, and they're really, really multiple. They like to throw a lot of different things at you on base, down, and D. I mean, they run every single coverage you can see and every single coverage that you can think of. But then on third downs, they really buckle down and run a lot of man coverage. So we got to make sure our guys are winning, and I'm throwing good catchable balls that we can let our playmakers make plays.
You talked about how you were happy you guys could be the reason on that last drive. How do you make that at the start of games now?
Yeah, the thought process of us starting slow. I mean, we've played some really good teams and we've not started slow, or we've started slow, especially against. I mean, Indiana's a top 5 or top 2 team. Oregon I don't know what they're going to be ranked after, but they're a top 10 team as well. So again, these are some really great teams that we're playing against, and we got to, I guess, bring out some more energy or do something a little bit differently to get the energy going, get the plays going at the start of games. But I mean, we're playing good teams, I guess. So
When you're on the road and you don't have the energy of the crowd, how do you guys kind of manifest it yourself out of the gate?
We kind of have, I guess, a motto on offense sometimes when we're playing in away games. It's FEE, and I'm not gonna say what that actually means. But it's kind of sometimes it's just us in there, and it's always really fun to be in a hostile environment, play in front of a good crowd when it's just you guys, your offense, the defense, the special teams, just all together, and everyone else is cheering against you. It's kind of brings everyone together a little bit, and it's always fun.
So is that
the 3 losses, so close. Do you ever let yourself play the what if game? 10 points away from being undefeated, that what if game?
I would love to say I don't, but I mean, I'm human. Everyone's human. There's always that what if thought process about different games, but it's something that you can't sulk on. You can't think about it forever, and maybe that was something that I thought about on Saturday, maybe a little bit on Sunday, and you get that 24-hour rule to kind of think like that. But then you gotta have to push it to the side, and what's happened, and you got to be able to move forward on it.
How do you push it to the side? Do you just kind of train your brain in a sense? Do you find something to get your mind off of it? How do you actually make that transition?
I think, yeah, you're welcome. I think it's kind of just the thought of you got to move on to the next game. You have a new opponent. You have to focus on all the new things that they're trying to throw at you. So kind of being able to just kind of almost distract yourself it's not distract yourself because you're still trying to learn and everything, but moving on to the next game film and really starting to watch the next defense and really trying to dive in and learn all about them so you don't have to even think about what's going on behind you.
So is that a 6-7 celebration, or is that premeditated? Our kids want to know.
It was a 6-7 celebration. That was one of the most exciting moments I've ever been on a football field. Almost completely just blacked out in the moment. It was just super exciting, and I don't even know what I did in that moment, really.
Speaking of numbers, do you guys practice 2-point conversions specifically, or is it more like fourth and goal from the 3? I mean, that's basically what your QB draw was, I know, but how much do you talk about 2s?
I mean, 2-point conversions, to be honest, we don't really practice them. I mean, there might be a couple times in fall camp we'll go after some plays, but we practice a lot of plays like 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3, just in that short range right there, which is basically 2-point conversions. But we try to be not as gimmicky on those downs. We try to go with plays that we've practiced a lot in certain situations in that way, but I guess they just haven't really worked out for us this year. But we have the plays that we've been successful on in camp and been successful on throughout the season. Just unlucky, I guess, on those ones at important times of the game, I guess. So
Your guys' identity was running the ball, controlling the tempo, line of scrimmage. To know that you guys did that against Oregon, came up just short. How important is it to stick to that identity and stay with that confidence again?
Yeah, I think it's always been a big part of our game to be able to control the clock and I mean, that last drive was awesome to see. We took 6 minutes off the clock. I wish it was a little bit more than that and after looking at it. But, you know, it's been part of our offense trying to keep the defense off the field, make sure they're rested so when they're in, they can give out the best of they can bring out the best of their abilities. But, I mean, there's still some aspects that we got to continue to improve upon in the pass game, and especially myself just earlier in the games. I think we could have done a better job in the pass game as well. Instead of just on that last drive, we ended up doing a really good job kind of adding a different element, having to have some big passes in there to keep the drive going. But our identity starts with the run and try to get some play action off of it, and we just got to continue to do what we do and win games that way.
Do you feel like you have the leaders on this team, yourself included, to keep guys motivated? The playoff may be out of reach. You feel like you have the guys in the locker room to say, hey, we still got 3 games left to do this thing?
Yeah, and obviously there's a lot of things that can happen in the next 3 weeks. Obviously we need a lot of help from other people. But I think we have a great leaders in this locker room. I mean, especially with me and Logan Jones on the offense, being able to motivate the guys in the huddle, getting everyone in and out of the huddle, getting some tempo going, energy at practice. I mean, we still have a lot to play for. There's still 3 games the rest of the season. No matter if it's a bowl game at the end or if we get lucky and end up making the CFP. We got to always be ready, and we always got to improve. And as us as like seniors as well, we got to continue to help the younger guys improve too when they're in there, and kind of almost leave our legacy for the following years past that we're here.
Did you get to watch USC on Friday and see Griffin have a heck of a game?
Yeah, I watched that game. I ended up falling asleep before the end of it. But it's kind of been interesting that Northwestern and we've kind of aligned not the past couple games, but like then they played before Penn State. We got to watch them then, so it's been kind of cool to watch those guys on film.
Seeing Griffin though have a big game, and just I don't know if you've kept in touch with him, of 2 guys that have made the jump to FBS, and just the success you guys have been having.
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, I'm rooming with Bryce, who's from SDSU, and Griffin's rooming with offensive guard that was at SDSU with him as well there. And it's been cool to see their success, and they've been playing well. I've been really connected with them, and I just want to keep seeing him have success as well, just being an FCS guy going to FBS.
You guys actually had more passing yards than Oregon the other day. I mean, did you get, even though it was a low-scoring game, did you gain some confidence in the passing game that you can take out to California?
Yeah, there's definitely some aspects of it that we could definitely grab and continue to push forward on. And again, it was a sloppy game for the most part. I mean, the rain kind of made an impact on the entire game as a whole. But it does give us a little bit of confidence, but there's still so many things that we need to get better on and keep improving upon to get over, I guess, the hump of even just throwing for more yards throughout a game.
I want to follow up from what Elliot asked earlier, just in the fact that, you haven't lost that many games in your career. How have you learned about yourself, kind of going through this leadership side of things of, this is a new experience for me, losing as many games as they have in 1 year, but how are you growing from that yourself?
Yeah, it's been a good leadership learning opportunity of, I guess, how to approach different people. I know there was a question on Saturday after the game is how do you approach different guys in the locker room at that, and I think it's been a good learning opportunity for me to be able to try and learn when I need to build guys up after losses, when I need to kind of get on some people, I guess, in certain situations. So I guess the biggest thing is it's been a good learning opportunity on the leadership side, on the people relationship side of more than anything.
What did they present defensively?